For free play number 2 tonight, I want you guys to take Hawks center Clint Capella to have under 11.5 points. He's coming off his biggest output of the season, a 20-point game against the Chicago Bulls. But Chicago's defense is piss poor. It's among the worst in the league, particularly their interior D. Capella's only averaging 10.5 points per game this season, and I love the fade here because he's averaging the least minutes, least shot attempts, and least point production since 2015, 10 years of his career. Lastly, maybe most importantly, the Celtics this year played the Hawks once. Capella was held to just 2 points, and their defense is literally ranked number 1 in holding centers down in the point production category. I just don't see an avenue for Capella to get to double digits tonight, let alone 12 points. Thus, I love the under, Capella under 11.5. Let's cash. What's up, guys? The Prop Master back at it, dishing you guys 3 free props on a loaded card tonight with both college hoops and the NBA. But let's start in the NBA, where the in-season tournament group play starts. I'm looking specifically at that Knicks-Sixers matchup, which is revenge from last season's playoffs and a whole new roster, new looks for both teams. I'm looking at Paul George over 17.5 points. Here's why. This line tells us a story and it speaks volumes. Paul George is averaging just 14.3 points per game this year, and odds makers put his line 3.2 points higher than that average despite some poor play. Why? Well, Joel Embiid's finally back and everyone thinks he's going to smash the over, which he may. That's fine, but his presence on the floor is actually going to free up a lot of space for Paul George offensively, and that's why this line is telling us to take the over and bait people to the under. Plus, it's Paul George. He's going to shoot better than 16% from 3, which is where he's at so far this season. Look at this history. Every year since 2015, he's put up 21 points or more per game. I love this play against the Knicks at home as a statement game for Paul George in a Sixers uniform. Take PG over 17.5 points. All right, guys, free play number 3. Going to college hoops. It might not be a Super Tuesday yet, but there is some huge basketball being played. I looked at the Big Ten Michigan State Spartans and Jeremy Fears Jr., talented redshirt freshman, to go under 6.5 assists. If you look at the stats, you're going to think, oh, this is going to be an over. He's going to have to dish the ball. He's had 8 assists in first 2 games this season. But look at tonight's competition. It's an absolute massive jump. They are playing the Kansas Jayhawks. They have to travel to Atlanta to take on the number 1 team in the country in the Champions Classic. Kansas isn't number 1 for no reason. They've taken their weaknesses that their team had last year and almost turned them into their strengths. They are such a deep roster obviously with the transfer portal. That helps. This allows them to absolutely fly around on defense and make it a nightmare for opposing offenses. The Jayhawks are coming off a 92-89 win over the Tar Heels. Kansas loves to run, and so does UNC, but it's opposite here with Izzo, who likes to slow down the game and limit possessions. The Spartans rank 293rd in the country in tempo so far. That's not going to change too much. That's how they want to play. We believe this line's inflated due to the hot start for Fears Jr. and the total from the Kansas-UNC game, which should not be the case tonight. Fears also has 3 fouls in both of the first 2 games, while only logging 21 minutes per game, so foul trouble could always be an issue here. I will want to take that into consideration. I want another winner for you guys. Take Fears Jr. under 6.5 assists. Thank me later. As always, you can find our promos in our free picks Telegram or more content on all of our packages, ylose.com/props. See y'all tomorrow.